Take one enthusiastic lady, about 100 kids, some music, some instruments. You got V1. Michael Casey spoke to SallY Armstong.
V1 was born out of the need for arts development projects in the Thurrock area. There are lots of kids who, in their own time, would start a band, would practice, and they don't have the opportunity to perform. There are a lot of opportunities for semi-pro bands to tour the pub circuits, but before that stage, there are a lot of young bands who need to perform to an audience, and what V1 has done is given them the opportunity to perform live in front of their friends, to try out new material, and it's a platform.
And you have a series of different projects and different showcases, don't you?
We do. V1 doesn't have any central funding. It's a partnership operation. It's between my own company, Alchemy Creative Communications, a production company, Alchemy Productions, and the Thameside Theatre, the arts management of Thurrock Council. So between us, with all of our resources, we come together and put on the events that we can. So we use the theatre a lot. We do an unplugged concert every month, which has grown. That's something that began a few years back. It has a heritage with the Resonance project. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That project was similar, but it came to an end through funding. And the unplugged concert was something that was always very popular. So we've grown. We used to do it in the foyer of the Thameside Theatre, but we now fill the theatre every month, and people step up, do 2 songs, mostly their own material now, I'm pleased to say.
But you also have broadcasters as well, don't you?
Yes, the driving force behind V1, what makes it unique, is the website, which is www.v-one.tv, and the way that we're driving the arts development is web-led. It's something that's a bit MTV-ish to look at. It's bringing the cameras to the events that we do, and it's running video workshops for the bands for their original music. We do it here on this Thameside stage. We've done, I think, 7 or 8 of those now, and their friends get to film, they get to perform, and then we put those videos on the web for them. So what the website has become is a platform for them to see themselves developing. It's bringing in, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's there for all to see, but it's actually driving the arts events. The more people see kids on the internet doing what they do, the more they want to take part in the arts events themselves, and it's really worked. We've had a 5-month pilot programme now, and our audiences are just growing all the time. New bands are forming all the time. So it's a really successful format, and one that we're hoping to take across lots of different arts genres. We're going to start some dance next month, and that will continue next year as well. We've had a sort of a rock history, because those were the kids that were immediately interested. But now we've got some hip-hop kids on board, and we're going to spread as far as we can.
So what's on your wish list, say, from next 18 months to 5 years?
18 months to 5 years, the funding is all important. Every single project is driven by whatever funding is available to it. As I said, there's no central core. So we need to continue things. We've done big summer concerts this year. Schools Out, which was funded by Red Row Homes, and we also did the Party in the Park at South Hockington. Both of those things we'd like to go on and do bigger and better next year, and they haven't expressed an interest. But if we can build the arts events, make them bigger with external input, we can offer more and more, and the site can just grow.
Because a lot of bands say there aren't the venues, but some would say, if you're thinking outside the box in 2008, the internet is the venue.
Well, the internet, as I say, is the driving force. It's what's giving the kids a profile, and they're really responding to that. It's allowing them out of their shells to be presenters, interviewers. We'll bring in anything that they show us an interest in. I mean, photography, art, journalism, it's expansive. It's everything that supports the artistic industries. And it gives them a profile. It kind of goes hand in hand with the MySpace community, where they've all now got online profiles. I mean, it's kind of how it began, really. I set up a MySpace site just to keep in touch about Unplugged, because kids are notoriously hard to reach. And V1 kind of grew out of that MySpace. The first idea was just the music videos, but as it became more and more popular, so we've ended up with this big media format, really.